Hello everyone, this is excandersham and this is part 9 of the World of Warcraft Cataclysm Let's Play. We are on Let Us Play again and we are level 82 and we have almost finished Vashj'ir in this video. This is the end of the Vashj'ir questing. And I have to say, but if it worked, the ending to Vashj'ir is probably the most epic out of all the endings, except for the Twilight Highlands, which doesn't really have, it isn't really the ending of Twilight Highlands, but it's the quest almost the end of Twilight Highlands, which is probably the most epic out of the questing in Cataclysm. What we've got here is we've got a mass assault on the Naga and helping the Neptulon defend against the Naga / Old God attack in the X2 pincer. I think it's called the X2 pincer, and this is what's going to be happening. Any sort of dialogue I will try and voice act. I know you guys hate me doing this, but there isn't really much I want to do, and I really don't want to speed through it because the actual event is brilliant, and if you can't stand the voice acting, please just mute the video for that part. This is the part that bugged horribly when I was actually playing it. They despawn, the entire pincer does an entire lap around the zone, and then they respawn again. They do a few lines of dialogue, and then they despawn. This basically took me 20 minutes to get to the next part of the actual event. And if I wasn't a shaman, I might have died from breathing, because actually you don't actually get the buff while you're in this pincer. So if I didn't have water breathing, I would be dead while actually trying to make this video. It's absurd that these bugs are still in the game. This occurred when I was on my Death Knight as well, which was weeks before I actually started this Let's Play. So this is ridiculous that this is still in the game. It's not that big of a thing because most people probably have finished doing Vashj'ir questing, but still, it's a big thing. It's the ending to a massive zone. You really don't want people to have to deal with this while actually trying to enjoy the content. It really is absurd that this is still occurring. We are trying to hold off against the Naga here. As you can see, Neptulon in the background are fighting against massive Naga overlords and faceless corruptors, and they are losing. Yes, they are. They're currently losing. And we get attacked by Naga, of course. We are a big target. We look quite ridiculous. We look like a mole, basically. We look like a sea mole. And the Naga, in the form of Lady Nazj'atar behind us, really don't like us being here because we're an anomalous factor, and they can't deal with us being here right now because we could screw it up. What here? I can't do the voice acting. What hubris these fools possess. I can't do it. I'll just shut up while the actual text is on. I can't actually do a Naga accent, so I can't do any voice, to be honest. You all guys know this. Destroy them. Nah, not even working. I'm not gonna try. I don't even know if it is voice acting. I've never actually done this event with the sound on. And I tried to narrate with the sound on for this actual thing, but I forgot that I'd unclicked the incorrect fraps button. So while actually trying to click record the Windows background, I recorded from microphone, which means that nothing actually occurred, which is bad. But if there was voice acting, then if you actually level in the zone, you will find it. We've been spotted, make ready! And we fight against nazj'atar assailants. They're elite, but as we all know, Erunak is to pimp. And I really don't know why he just doesn't do that chain lightning more often. That must cost his entire mana bar, because he takes a long time to recharge. As you can see, he just loves destroying Naga in just one chain lightning. Enough! He uses an earthquake there as well. We must make haste. Elementals cannot endure the siege. But you have the ability to fight 10 Naga at once. And this is Lady Syracress. She is one of the ladies you will have noticed that was in the Naga Battle Maiden encounter when you were actually doing that stage of the quest line. As you can see, she freezes us and she hopes that we cannot do anything about it. But luckily for us, Erunak puts down a totem, I think. Does he put him a totem? What happens? No! No, the general uses his PvP trinket ability and then takes out Lady Syracress with one mortal strike blow using a stave, which means he must have a really strong strength rating. I don't even know what I'm talking about really now. Neptulon's minions are growing desperate. We must hurry. Yes, we must hurry, because Neptulon is in shit street right now. As you can see, massive faceless corruptors everywhere. His Neptulon elementals are on half health, and they're not dealing with the threat of the old gods at all. Yes, this is the entrance to Neptulon's realm. An open, massive whirlpool. And then nazj'atar's honor guard come and try and fight us. But we will be victorious because they are not elite. We can take one down by ourselves. But we don't actually get the ability to actually take one down because a cutscene comes forward which basically stops us from actually dealing with the Naga. We're basically frozen in place because of game-breaking cutscenes. And then Lady nazj'atar decides, oh, it's a good idea to fight the God of Water, or at least stand up to the God of Water, and basically just, yeah, Neptulon just bit-slaps the Naga that's come towards him. Watch this. Yeah, what a bitch slap. They died instantly. You and your scurly worms are no match for me. Of course they aren't. He's a god, they are freaking just serpents. Of course. God versus serpent. I'm going to go on the side of the god, to be honest. It's a 50-50. If you're retarded. To me, my minions, strike now. And apparently, Lady nazj'atar thinks that old gods are her minions. But everyone knows that the old gods, as soon as they've had enough with Lady nazj'atar, will use them for their own benefit, because the old gods are fickle, and they really don't give a shit about the Naga and what their interests are. They want to corrupt Neptulon, because as you probably know, Neptulon, if you listen to my previous videos, Neptulon used to be a servant of the old gods, and somehow he no longer is. Don't know, it might be a retcon, but I don't really understand, because apparently in lore, or in regards to Warcraft lore, he is an old god general. But the old gods hate him, and he hates the old gods, because they gave him too much power, I guess. It's all confusing. World of Warcraft lore is confusing. And it's not really that interesting, to be honest. There's a lot better lore, but it's confusing. It really is confusing, especially when all this stuff takes place out of game and in books. Especially when you're trying to play the game, there really should be better understanding. Maybe, in Warhammer, if a massive lore event occurred, you had this book which actually told you what the lore behind all the events were. Now, that occurred like a year ago in Warhammer Online, or 2 years ago in Warhammer Online. Not really quite sure when Warhammer Online came out, at the beginning of Wrath of the Lich King. Whenever an event occurred, you had something come up in the lore book, or I'm not really sure what the book used to be called, and it would tell you about the event. And really, that should have been something that should have occurred in World of Warcraft. They have something like it for archaeology, so I don't see the reason why it couldn't be introduced for any sort of quest in the game. They already have a quest log. I'm sure they could implement text. That's not really difficult to do. And as you can see, this is the end of Vashj'ir. Erunok was taken by a tentacle. We didn't manage to kill the Naga. They took over Neptulon's realm. Well, we don't actually know if they've taken over Neptulon's realm, but they have incapacitated Neptulon, and Erunok's probably dead or corrupted by now, and we are now finished with Vashj'ir. And in the next video, guys, we will be going to Deepholm, and hopefully that will not be too long after the upload of this video. I will have to do a couple of videos worth of footage in Deepholm before I start, but hopefully it won't be more than 2 to 3 days after this video has been uploaded that I will start uploading some Deepholm content. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you liked this Vashj'ir playthrough. I hope to see you in Deepholm. If you want to like the video, please like. If you want to subscribe to me, please subscribe. If you want to follow me on Twitter, there's a link in the description below, and I hope to see you again. So peace out, guys. Peace out.